Good morning, friends. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. Happy New Year, guys. And we are going to be conducting demo number two today, and tomorrow will be the final demo of for data analytics using Power BI. Next 10-20 years, we'll have lot of projects on the data analytics, right? Or data science or AI and ML because all these technologies needs data. IT industry is going to be working with the data. Clear? If you are going to be working with the data, you will have much more opportunities in the data side rather than data processing side. Java, .NET, C, C++. If you're learning a language in the IT industry, you will have lesser salaries when you compare with data people or data guys. So yesterday's class I have clearly told about IT industry is going to be storing the data. IT industry is going to be processing the data. For the processing purpose, we're going to be using a language called C, C++, Java, .NET. For the data storing purpose, we're going to be using SQL or Excel or maybe data warehousing or maybe Apache Spark or Hadoop. This is the session I have given. People who are working towards a data side will get more salaries than the Java .NET developers. And languages are more complex. Languages keep on changing because the computations are going to be changing. Lot of new things that you need to learn. Right? Many people coming from the languages and they're shifting to data side because data side today we have much more opportunities. You can become a data analyst, you can become a data engineer, you can become a data scientist or AIML or a Gen AI engineer, prompt engineer. All these jobs are getting created towards data side. Clear? Data people are getting more salaries than the language people like Java guy, .NET guy. Java guy is getting 10 years of Java experience guy is getting 20-30 lakhs salary today. 10 years. But people who are learning data analytics and putting only 3 to 4 years, those people are also getting 25 lakhs, 28 lakhs in Hyderabad, in a Delhi, in Pune, Noida. So, lot of people after the training, they may be having 10 years of a gap. They may be doing a business. They may be working for ICICI Bank. They may be working for State Bank of India mutual funds. Completely non-IT experience. But last 3 years of experience, we're converting into IT experience. And with that, current salary package may be 4 lakhs per annum. Now, those guys are getting 23 lakhs, 25 lakhs, 28 lakhs. So this was the packages released. Even though last year recession was going on, we had offer letters for each and every student, and all of them are 2012 passed out, and a few of them are done their graduation in the uh, completely distance education. Okay, those kind of a people also are received 3344 offer letters. End of the day, we don't teach courses, we teach skills. We build skills in you. What is the meaning of the courses and skills? Course means what is the important topic in that. You will know only those topics. You can crack the interview. But what is the problem? After going the company, joining the company, you may not be able to work. That is the biggest issue because you don't have any skill. So here we're going to be building the skills. We're not going to be teaching any courses. Proper mentor, proper gurus will be there so that you will be able to easily get into the IT sector, right? One guy cracking one interview is difficult, but our people are cracking three offer letters, four offer letters. In yesterday's, I have shown you the recent offer letters, right? So you need to give enough time. So you cannot learn data analytics within 1 month, within 20 days. Can you learn SQL in 4 hours? You will see a lot of YouTube videos. Learn Python in 20 hours. Learn SQL in 4 hours. Learn Power BI in 4 hours. So can you do like that? Can you learn swimming in 1 hour? Can you learn English in 21 days? There is a book, Learn English in 21 days, learn Arabic in 20 days. Can you learn like that? So many people, what they are not realizing it, this is also new skill and lot of opportunities are available. People are simply buying Udemy courses and learning. People are simply joining users institutions, and people are simply joining so online batches. They'll teach you. Nice teaching will be there, but only they'll teach you important concept. That is not complete. One, you need to have complete lot of skills you need to learn. So not only Power BI, you need to learn SQL. You have to learn lot of other things, and everywhere you need to have practical approach. Our people are telling 25. Not 25, 95% of the interview questions are from our syllabus. That is how I'm going to be, preparing for you. We are going to be learning, not the courses. We're going to be completely building skills. Next 3 to 6 months time, you have to invest and get ready for the jobs. Okay. So don't worry about your age, your qualification, your educational background. It doesn't matter. So academics are not important today. Skill is important, right? You may be housewife, so don't worry about it. Clear? So today I'm going to be talking about second part of the demo. And in this, I'm going to be talking about a lot of technical things, especially what is data analytics, what is data engineering, what is a data science. I'll I'll be talking about today. And slow and steady wins the race. Always, I believe in that. And one more thing, you should have a proper mentor. Intelligence alone will not work you. I had seen many people number one in the college, but earning for 50,000 rupees, earning only 20, 30,000 rupees till today because they are not realizing that they don't have proper skills. Okay. And they're more worried every time. They're saying that recession is going on. My friend told me jobs are gone. My friend told me this is not good. My friend told me my age is 40. I cannot jump into anywhere. My friend told me I'm a non IT. I cannot learn anything. My friend told me always that guy is believing only the friend. Clear? Or my cousin told me, or one of my richest friend who's there in USA, that friend told me USA's friends are very intelligent friends, is it? So they're also like you only. Only instead of working here, they went there. So they're not intelligent, they're not brilliance. Clear? You need to have proper mentors, proper gurus, so that you need to go and talk to them. You will get the proper treatment. If there is a problem, will you be approaching a doctor or will you be asking your friend saying that I have a cancer, what is it I should do? Or you will be asking the friend who's there in US. So end of the day, you need to go to a doctor, get the treatment, or will you be going to the youtube.com and searching for the treatment? So you don't do that, right? You have to have a proper doctor, proper mentor, proper guru you need to have, right? So gurus knows how to properly treat. So instead of that, people are buying YouTube videos, people are learning courses in 4 hours. All these things will not work. Choose proper mentor. Give enough time. Minimum 3 to 6 months time you need to give to become a data analyst. Or let it take another 3 months, 9 months. Nothing will get over. Clear? Lot of opportunities you have only if you know the skill. That's it. So if you think that, sir, I can, I will complete the program in 1 month. You pay me 2 lakhs and I will give you a job. If you're believing these kind of words anywhere, you should stop going there. Clear? Nobody can give you a job if you don't have a skill. If you're learning courses and saying that that is what is knowledge, then you're completely wasting your money, time, everything there. It is not your skill you're building it. You're simply learning some courses here and there, and you're thinking that I know everything. So end of the day, you lose money, you lose confidence, you lose everything. You end up with nothing. Clear? So here important factor is that you need to choose a proper mentor, and you can also directly talk to me. And if you have any questions, I'm going to be giving you my number. You can directly call me this number. So this is the problem I have. Or my cousin wanted to have a career counseling. He wanted to jump into IT, or currently is working in IT industry, but salary wise not a good growth. So he wanted to learn some courses. Wait to start. Sir, can you give me some roadmap? So this is my direct number. You can take the number. You can call me anytime. I am free after 11 o'clock in the morning, evening 6 o'clock. I will be able to, give you the career counseling or doubts clarifications. So, make a note of this number and email ID. Anytime you are welcome. One such guy, 2012, Mukesh Srivastava, got released, and 10 years he was working for a law company, entering data into Excel sheets. Now today he got three offer letters. Yesterday I have shown you, right? So anybody can become anything. 2012 passed out, that too BSc distance education this guy has done, right? So doesn't matter, starting point is not so important. That is what Abraham Lincoln story tells, right? The Abraham Lincoln was a shoemaker. What is important? Where have you reached? How many people help you have taken? Who are the mentors in your life? You need to count them. Don't count what are the degrees you have. That is completely useless, right? Starting point is not so important. You may be working for a company, 20,000 rupees salary. I have a lot of guys working for Zomato, cab drivers who have very good degrees and working for cabs. Now, those people are working for the companies today with the proper skills, earning 20, 30 lakhs in Hyderabad, Pune, Noida, Mumbai, Chennai, right? So, starting point can be anything, doesn't matter. But if you don't take the proper guru, and simply you will be doing courses for entire life. Chalo. Now, I wanted to tell you today what is important. Invest in skills, not the courses. So remember this point. So don't learn courses. Course will not give you anything. Choose a proper mentor. So mentors only will build skills in you, not the YouTubes, not your Udemy's, not your simply online classes. You need to have a proper mentor behind the scenes. Clear? That is what is important. Now, today, I want to continue further, and I wanted to tell you all these things we're going to be learning. We should understand what is this, what is this, what is this, everything we are going to be learning one by one. Yesterday, I was talking about IT industry is going to be working with your data. Information technology means IT industry. IT industry needs your data. Clear? It's going to be storing your data. Depends upon the data, we are going to be storing the data, right? If it is a data is in small size, so kbs of data, kilobyte of data, or a megabyte of data. For example, go online trainings data. Every month I'm going to be getting 1,000 inquiries. Where am I storing the data? In Excel files, right? Small amount of data we can store in Excel. So end of the day, what I do, I'm going to be computing the data, processing the data. For example, I have your data. So what normally we do, we are going to be receiving students' data every month. So this is my data. Raj inquired for Java course, mail, data of inquiry this date, some dummy data have put it, and what is the fee they have paid. And paid data also I'm going to be capturing in Excel sheet. Now, like that, every month, how much data I'm going to be receiving? Only 1,000 rows. So, end of 1 year, I'll be getting 12,000 rows, maybe 2 MB data, 3 MB data. Last 10 years of data, 20 MB of data. That is my company size. Now, I want to know end of the month. So, what I create a summary report. I create a summary here. So summary, I'm going to be creating manually. Why summary is needed? I want to know in 2021 January, how many people have inquired Power BI? How many people have inquired MSBI? How many people have inquired? So manually, I'm going to be storing the data, then counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Manually, I'm going to be counting and I'm going to be putting the data here. Okay, na? So, end of the day, you're going to be creating a summary report. This is the raw data or a detailed data. Where I'm storing the data? Excel. Creating a summary. Summary means this is what is called, I'm talking about. Okay. Summary means what? And this is what is called processing. I'm doing, creating a reports. Okay. Now the reports are, one is number of inquiries, one more report fee I'm receiving in January, February, blah 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 for each and every course. Now I may go take the data, I go to Excel sheet, I may create a beautiful visualization also, right? So this is my raw data. Raw data cannot tell you anything. You need to create a summary. Summary you're creating manually. And apart from that, you're creating a beautiful visualization. So when you see the visualization easily, you can understand Power BI is doing good. Python, we do not have any inquiries. So this is what is the problem in Python. So I'm able to get the data. I'm able to create a summary manually. I'm able to create a beautiful visualization. After that, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to understand in which course the more inquiries are coming. For which course less inquiries coming, I am able to compare the data. I am able to see lot of data. This is what is called అండర్స్టాండింగ్ ఇన్సైట్స్. అర్థమవుతుంది అంటే డేటా ఏం చెప్తుంది, వాట్ ఈస్ ద డేటా టెల్లింగ్ యూ. Data now clearly telling me Python is not doing good. What is doing good also it is telling me number one Power BI, number two position is MSBI, number three, number one is this, number two is this. We can also sort the data. Number three is this, number four is this, number five is this. Which is the guy who's doing good? So it is communicating lot of information to you. Clear? What is the data? What is the information? Now you understood clearly. Clear? So data means the data which is there in the sheet number one. But in the sheet number two, it is communicating a lot of, it is telling you some story. Hey Bhaskar, Python is not good. Hey Bhaskar, Power BI is so good. Hey Bhaskar, MSBA is there in the third position. Hey Bhaskar, SQL course is also very good. Inquiries are able to get it. It is communicating a lot of data. So converting raw data into in meaningful insights. That is what data analyst work. So what normally we do? We take the students' data. We take the students' data. We are going to be converting this students' data. Okay, not only students data, it may be tomorrow banking loan data, it may be tomorrow crime data, it may be tomorrow expenses data, it may be banking data, it may be pharma data, it may be sales data, it may be HR data. How many people are relieving, how many people have joined, how many people have got increments, any data it may be. The raw data will not tell you anything, but when you create a reports, when you create a visualizations, it can tell you the stories. Clear? Here, I am talking about a small amount of data. Clear? The story will not end here. The story will not end here because I'm not going to be having on not only 1,000 rows, right? So the companies like State Bank of India, companies like LIC, companies like Walmart company, Big Bazaar, Amazon, Yatra.com, Railway, all these companies are getting phone pay, right? Google Pay. Lot of companies are generating a large amount of data. Clear? So today, Excel is not sufficient. In Excel also, I can analyze the data. So Excel is also number one tool, number one data analytics tool. Because what is data analytics? Store the data in one sheet and manually you create a summary in the second sheet. And the third, you can go to insert, and what you do, you take this data and create a visualization. That's it. This is what is called a data analyst will do, right? Data analyst, job is that get the data, store the data, and clean. If you have some kind of a duplicated data, you need to remove cleaning the data. And after that, you need to create summary. And after that, you create a lot of visualizations. And these visualizations will be given to the management of the company. For example, I'm the owner of this business, Go Online Trainings. My employee will be creating this report and telling me, Bhaskar sir, this is what is happening. Bhaskar sir, we don't have a inquiries for Python. So what I have to do? Now I will be asking my sales team manager. So this is what is going on. Hey, Mr. John. John is a sales team head in my company. I will give this report to John. John just analyze what is the problem with the Python, why we are not getting inquiries. Now John will be asking a lot of other people, what is the problem there? Sir, I think Python, we do not have the proper advertisements are not going on, or Python is completely gone course, or Python, I think the faculty is not so good, or whatever. Our competitor is doing a lot of, offering good price. So whatever be the reason he will be telling. So that is the reason I think we lost the business. So what is that I should do? I have to take a proper decisions to improve myself, right? I need to increase the Python sales. Immediately, I will say, Python, when you buy, I'm going to be giving you this for free. Python will be we are getting best faculty for the Python course, and everywhere social media Python offers are running. So we are going to be taking a lot of decisions, and because our motto is that I need to improve, right? So why data analytics are going to be applied today? Because end of the day, business has to run, and they wanted to see which is doing good, which is doing bad. So as a company owner, you have to know what is doing good, what is doing bad. If you wanted to know, you need to analyze their data, right? So I can see the data here. There's a problem in the Python. Somehow I wanted to increase my sales next year. 2021 data I had seen, 2022 data also I will analyze, 2023 data also I will analyze, 2024 just now over 2025 we are going to go ahead and let me check year by year, whether it is increased or decreased. Clear? So I'll be targeting towards one course. Now the course is called Python. Clear? So what is the purpose of a data analytics? Means get the data, clean the data, create a reports and visualization, then you will be able to understand which is doing good, which is going bad. You yourself can easily understand as a business owner. Clear? That is what you're going to be doing as a business owner, right? This is the company. You put lot of money. End of the day, you're not going to be keeping, the company idle, right? So end of the day, you need to see the numbers. Who's going to be telling these numbers? A data analyst team is going to be working, is going to be dealing with. So when you're working with the Excel and creating a reports like this, you will not be called as a data analyst. You may be called as an Excel employee. You may be getting 10, 20,000 rupees salary. Why? Because you are going to be working with a small amount of data here. Clear? But now I'm not going to be only using Excel data, because Excel can use only 1 lakh data, or maybe 20, 30,000 data, very small amount of data. So end of the day, we store the data, we are going to be working with the data. But think about companies like Amazon company, right? Amazon company every day or every month may be getting lakhs of rows or millions of data, right? So this kind of a data I cannot store in Excel, right? Excel size cannot be 100 GB of file. Excel may be 20 MB, 5 MB, 2 MB, 1 MB. So this kind of a data IT industry is going to be storing in SQL or database management systems or relational database management systems. These are called tools or softwares. Excel is also software. Excel is also tool. Excel tools we're going to be using. Right. So manually you're going to be doing a lot of things in Excel, right? So even though you're analyzing data from the Excel, you are not a data analyst. You're supposed to be data analyst only. So Excel doesn't matter, but Excel can store small amount of data. So I'm going to be using what is called as a SQL or SQL, DBMS, blah, 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 for the processing, computing the data. In this case, we are going to be using a language earlier days. Okay. When you have a large amount of data, SQL popular tools are available. You may use Oracle. Oracle is the number one SQL software, database management software, or Microsoft SQL Server. It is from the Microsoft company, and DB2 from the IBM company. It is from IBM company. Like that, many companies are going to be giving you SQL softwares. So Netiza is also IBM company SQL software. SQL means what? It is a data storing software, right? MySQL, MySQL company software. Like we have Teradata from the Teradata company software. All of them are what? Data storing software. Postgres SQL or Postgres. Like that, we have thousands of SQL softwares are available in the market. So popular tools are Oracle, SQL Server, DB2. All of them are popular. Okay. So SQL means which can store only the data and which can only retrieve the data. I told you yesterday, I have a lot of blood. Blood banks can be used to store the blood. I have a lot of gold. Gold can be stored in the gold bank. I have a lot of liquor. Liquor can be stored in the liquor banks, liquor storages. I have a lot of petrol. Petrol, tanks are available to store the petrol. I have a lot of data. Where do you store? Data bank. Data bank is called as a database. Clear? Database management system. So to store large amount of data, Oracle software can be used, SQL Server can be used, or DB2 can be used. You can go to Chiranjeevi Blood Bank, store the data. Apollo Hospital Blood Bank, store the blood. You can go to KIMS Blood Bank, store the blood. So you can go to any company's blood bank, store the data, store the blood. Like that, you can go to Oracle, store your data. You can buy SQL Server from Microsoft and install the SQL Server software, store the data. We have installed Excel and we're storing the data. Like that, you may use Oracle install the Oracle software in your laptop. You can store large amount of data. Clear? All these are called as SQL software. SQL means data storing software. Data storing software or data retrieving. So SQL means storeroom. Go down. In the go down, what you do? You put the items, you get the items. There is a tank. A tank, what you do? You put the water, get the water. Tank, you put the petrol, get the petrol. SQL database management system means you put the data, you get the data. It is a tank, it is a drum, it is a tank, a storeroom, go down. Whatever you understand, you understand. Oracle is a go down. SQL Server is a go down, storeroom. DB2 is IBM's go down. Right? When you store large amount of data, large means here GBs of data, 500 GB of data every month I'm going to be getting. So I can keep this data into a RDBMS softwares, maybe Oracle, maybe SQL Server from Microsoft, DB2 from IBM company, any software you can buy. You can go to any bank and you can put the cash and get the cash, right? You have ICICI Bank, Deutsche Bank, City Bank, Andhra Bank, lot of banks we can choose. All of them are called banks. All these are called data banks. Database means data bank. Clear? But who's going to be processing the data when you have this much of a data? Languages like C or C++ or Java or any language you can use today, .NET or Python, or you may be using SAP. Lot of tools can be used to only process the data. Clear? So lot of coding you need to write. So this was a story earlier. This was a story earlier. So we had 1920 computers have been invented, right? Computers have been invented when? Started in this. After that, so we do not know how to deal with the coding, right? In 1930s, we were using binary language to communicate with the computer. That means you have to give ones and zeros and do some kind of a processing. If you wanted to enter some data, convert the numbers into binary format and do lot of big circles. Binary language we used to understand, give you you have to give the instructions in the binary language. That was very, very difficult. The 1940, there is a language called A language got introduced. 1950, there is a language called what, Nana? B language got introduced. 1960, there is a language called C language called introduced. Clear? This was becoming more popular. This was done in the USA. There is a Bell Labs. Okay, Bell Labs is given lot of things to entire world. So Bell Labs company has given a C language to us. So there is a scientist called Dr. Dennis Ritchie. Okay, who's the guy? Dennis Ritchie. Okay, he's the guy who invented C language. Very popular language. Language A failed, language B failed, language C became so popular today. Dennis Ritchie is the guy who invented in 1960. Afterwards, there's a problem in C language. Then same one more language, advanced C language got introduced, which is called as C plus plus today. Clear? C language has some, features, some minus points. So again, Bell Laboratories have to invent one more language. In 1970, the language is called C++, or we can say advanced C. Now, using this, now we got one more language got introduced by Java in USA by Sun Solaris Systems company. Sun Solaris, this is a company from US. This company has invented Java based on advanced C, right? So Java is similar to advanced C, but more easy when you compare with this one. But Java is people started using, but in the 1990s we got a program called Python. Python is a kid language, easy language when you compare with any other thing. In year 2000 we got a language called .NET. Clear? Like that, this is the history the companies have played. Clear? So Excel is introduced almost in 1970s and 80s only that time. And even SQL is introduced. Okay, SQL was introduced in 1970s itself. Okay, languages got introduced 1960s, as you see clearly. The number one language got introduced here. So after getting the finding the language, then only they have done the R&D, then this came, right? So people who were storing the data, processing the data, storing first, people were only processing the data for the storing purpose. They do not have anything. So after 10 years, so IBM company has done lot of R&D. IBM company only introduced these terminologies, RDBMS and everything. They have released a data storing technology, concepts based on the technology. Oracle SQL Server and even IBM has prepared a lot of softwares. In 1970s it is started, released, and the people have appreciating even today Oracle SQL Server, because data storing, the technology is not evolved. 1970s whatever it is there, even today same SQL concept we are using it. But languages are every 10 years it is changing. Every 10 years it is changing. C++, Java, .NET, Python. Now today we're talking about Angular, JS, a lot of things. So languages are keep on changing. Processing is completely changing. Clear? No, so much of a coding you should be able to write it. So languages are always complex. Don't get into languages. Don't learn languages. But why everybody is learning Python today? Because Python is a kid language, right? Why Python has become today more popular? Because Python is easy. It is called as a kid language. People does not want to code today. People does not like the coding today. People wanted to uh, get less coding, no coding, low coding. So no coding, low coding, easy coding means C, C++, Java, heavy. You cannot learn those codings. People need very easy coding. So that is the reason 1991 Python was introduced, but that time nobody was using Python. But today Python has become so popular because people does not want to code. People wanted to learn easy language. So because of that reason, many people started using Python everywhere. Python in data science, Python in data analytics, Python in even Python in data engineering. So Python people are using today because C, C++ also can do the same. Whatever Python is doing, even you can write the code in C, C++, Java, .NET as well. But why we are not learning those languages today? Because Python is easy. That is the reason data science people are learning Python today, or data analytics people are learning Python today, or any kid today you learn Python. Learning Python will not give you any job. I'm telling you. Learning only Python will not give you any job because Python is easy. Python is easy. Along with the Python, you should know SQL, you should know Power BI, you should know a lot of other things. Python is small coding, right? If you know 30, 40 days of Python, you will be able to write very good, coding. But Python, if you wanted to understand in depth of a Python, then you have to go for full stack Python. Python is different. Full stack Python is different. So don't so Python means it will be some 45 days course. Okay, it is the basics. It is only basics you will be able to learn. So that is sufficient for data analytics for us. But there is a full stack Python course is also there. Full stack Python. So this will be 6 months course. Okay. So you will have a basic and completely advanced and web development, lot of other things will be there. Full stack Python is something different. Python is something different. So Python, who's going to be learning? So if you're a data scientist or AI guy, or your AIML guys, or any other data engineers, so these people are going to be learning this one. This Python is sufficient, basics of Python, not very in depth of Python. But we are talking about full stack Python. If you're a IT guy, BTech IT, BTech CSE, those people can learn the basic and advanced web development. This is a full stack Python. This is in depth of Python. But unfortunately, so people are thinking that if I learn a Python, I will get a job. So that is not at all. So if you learn only Python course, whether a basic Python or a full stack Python when you're learning, that is not sufficient today. People are thinking that I can get no. So Python is a small language or maybe a 6 months course that is. So with that, you will not be able to get a very bigger jobs. Python is one of the ingredient. So Python you should know, SQL you should know, AML you should know if you wanted to become a data scientist, cloud technology you should know if you want to become a data engineering guy, blah blah blah. So Python is not a new language, a very old language. Why we are using Python? Because Python is easy. Any 10th class, 10 times failure guy also can understand Python. You concentrate and you can easily learn Python. It is easy. It's a kid language. Any kids also can learn. Kids language it is. Okay. So that was the reason nobody was learning at that time. But today, everybody is a lazy person. Today, nobody wanted to code. Everybody wanted to have a tools. They don't want to code. That is the reason IT industry is slowly using Python everywhere. Okay, na? Otherwise, same code you can run in the Java or all these things. Clear? So, in 1970s, when you have the SQL and everything, I was able to store this much of a data and I'm able to process the data. But that was a story in 1970s. But slowly, data size is going to increase. Clear? So people are not able to store earlier large amount of data. Slowly, we are talking about data is coming in billions. Okay, Billion mean what? Billions means I'm talking about crores. Data slowly started coming in crore. Tell me, 1 billion is equivalent to what is the size? It will be 100 crore data. 1 million is equivalent to 10 lakhs. You need to know. Right? 1 billion data is equivalent to 100 crore data. 1 million data means 10 lakhs data. We are talking about this much of a data. You think every month is Amazon getting 500 GB of data every month into 12 months data, it will become 6,000 GB of data. When you convert into terabytes, it will become 6 terabyte of data. That is 1 year data of Amazon company. Let me talk about 10 years data. So 6 terabytes into 10 years data, it will become 60 terabytes of data. Now slowly data we are storing all last 10 20 years of data of Amazon companies, 60 or 100 terabytes of data you will not be able to store in normal SQL. SQL can accommodate GBs of data, normal SQL softwares. Now here people have invented one more tool, that is what is called data warehouse. Okay, na? Data warehouse, you should not write like this. Data space, where space, house is wrong. Clear? Data warehouse, you should not be able to write like this also. This is also wrong. This is also wrong. Data warehouse is a single word. Clear? So these tools have been introduced because 70s we are able to store this much of a data, but when you get the terabytes of data. So in 1990s, we got this story. What is the story? We have terabytes of data. How do you store it? People, IT industry has invented a separate tool or software called data warehouse tools. Clear? But to process the data, normal language is not sufficient because you need to write a lot of coding. This is when BI tools have been introduced. When it is? It is in year 2000. Business intelligence means data analytics. There is synonym, right? Year 2000, IT industry started using tools because nobody wanted to write the coding. Everybody has to write the coding. So people does not want to write the code. IT industries, scientists and a lot of guys from the IT industry, especially slowly introduce a lot of tools, BI tools, business intelligence tools for the data analytics. So what is a data warehouse? Let me tell you. Data warehouse means you have to buy a large computer, large hardware. Okay, large hardware you need to buy. Inside that, you need to install SQL software only. So either Oracle SQL Server DB2 Teradata one software you are going to be installing here. Then, if it is a large hardware, it is what is called as a data warehouse. I will give you simple example. Okay, what is my laptop configuration? I have 4 GB of RAM in my computer. Okay. I have i5 processor and I have 1 terabyte of hard disk. This is my laptop configuration. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to install SQL. SQL means any software. The big list given, Oracle, SQL, any software I'm going to be installing. So maximum data I can store in this only 1 terabyte. Why? This is the hard disk size. But let me give you one more thing. I have 100 GB of RAM. I have, let us say, 50 or 500 i5 processors are running. And I have 100 terabyte of hard disk. This is also one more bigger computer. In this computer, I have installed same SQL software. Now tell me, what is the data I can store here? It is a large hardware. Software wise, same. It is a small hardware. It is small hardware, right? It is a large hardware. So SQL is the same software I have installed. You may install Oracle here, same Oracle you can install, or you may install SQL Server here, same SQL Server you can install. But when you have a bigger hardware, what is the data you can store? 100 terabyte of data I can store. So what is a data warehouse? Software wise same. What software? Oracle, SQL Server, Teradata. I have given you a big list, right? One software you can install, but hardware you need to buy bigger hardware. Clear? So when you buy a bigger hardware and install the SQL software, then the computer is called as Oracle Data Warehousing Computer, SQL Server Data Warehousing Computer, Teradata Data Warehousing Computer. Did you understand? So SQL means database software. SQL means not SQL Server. SQL means any software. Oracle is a SQL software. Right, Teradata is an SQL software. DB2 SQL means data storing and retrieving. SQL means bank. Clear? So when you have a bigger, hardware, when you install SQL there, so you have a large amount of hardware, you can store large amount of data. Do you understand clearly? So you should not be worried about how a data warehouse can be prepared. Data warehouse means you may use Oracle, you may use SQL Server, or Netezza, any software, SQL software you can install, but hardware wise bigger. Clear? So, what are the BA tools we have? So, we are going to be processing the data. So, SAP BI, SAS BI, then Oracle BI, then Microsoft BI, that is MS BI, then we have Tableau BI. Lot of BI softwares are there. Tableau BI. Lot of BI softwares are there. So today we have Power BI. Today we have Power BI. Lot of softwares are available today in this BI. BI means it will take the data and try to process the data. So let me give you all these things. Came released in year 2000, not today. It was year 2000. So people can get only one tool. What is that tool? Visualization tool or reporting tool. However, in the Excel sheet, you are able to create a beautiful visualizations. But Excel can use limited data, right? Excel cannot use very big amount of data, so Excel cannot be used. So people have to implement a bigger tools. So reporting tools or visualization tools, very complex and very costly also. Because of that, Microsoft, what they have done, Microsoft in year 2005, they have released a software called Microsoft BI, MSBI. So this is a collection of three tools: SSIS, SSAS, and SSRS are the three tools are called MSBI. So this one is called ETL tool. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about all these tools. This is what is called where you can create a cube. This is where you're going to be creating a lot of reports. Clear? So MSBI, Microsoft BI is released in year 2005, and we are going to be performing ETL, and we are going to be analyzing the data with the help of a cube. Tomorrow I'll talk about a cube, and we are going to be creating a lot of reports. And it is very cheaper, and sometimes Microsoft is giving for a free, and Microsoft has a big brand, and it is become number one BA tool. No coding, low coding. Again, no coding. So no coding because people love no coding softwares, right? No coding, or you can say low coding. Okay, తక్కువ coding తో. So no coding, low coding software, it has become big brand. Entire world started using MSBI, Microsoft BI. It is going to SSIS ETL software, SSAS analysis software where we can build cubes, SSRS where it is similar to your Excel, clear reporting tools. It can get large amount of data, create a beautiful reports and everything. But the story does not stop here. So immediately after MSBA, there's a company called Tableau BA by company called Salesforce, right? There's a company called Salesforce company in year 2010 released a software called Tableau BI. It is a self-service BI. It is a self-service BI. What do you mean by self-service BI? Any non-technical people also can create a beautiful reports and visualizations. My boss wanted me to have the report. So I am the MBA guy. I am working in a sales Amazon company as a sales manager. My boss is asking me a report. What normally people will do, they get the data, copy the data in Excel sheets, they create a report, send it to their boss. But Excel cannot take data, and they will struggle lot of some data here, some data there. So people are companies are telling, hey, don't use Excel, use my Tableau BI. You can get the report. A guy like sales manager can create a report. It is a self-service BI tool. Self-service BI means no coding knowledge is required, right? For example, Maggie noodles, my kid also can prepare. No cooking, you should know. Simply get the Maggie noodles, boil the water, put it, and you can eat it. So Maggie noodles is a self-service food. Like that, your Tableau BI is a self-service BI. Any non-coding, no coding people can create a beautiful reports. It has become so popular, right? When it has become so popular, this SSRS by Microsoft as part of MSBI failed because many people stopped using SSRS reporting tool. Excel they were using it, but Microsoft wanted to give a competition. 2015 there is a tool called Power BI by Microsoft released. It is also competitor to this guy today, right? So Power BI self-service BI, Power BI is leading now. Tableau BI, because of costly, Tableau BI is very costly, and it is from other company. It is cheaper. It is very inexpensive or the cheaper because of the Microsoft brand. Now, Power BI, Microsoft Power BI is no coding, low coding software nowadays, completely giving lot of opportunities worldwide. Guys, somebody is telling, audio problems, any issues? Okay, fine. Now, today, Power BI, so Power BI went up and the Tableau BI came down. Clear? Now, MSBA, Tableau BI, Power BI. So, SSIS and SSAS as people are using. For SSRS, for SSRS, people stopped using. Instead of that, we are using today Power BI. Power BI is what? Reporting tool, self-service reporting tool. You should know SSIS, you should know SSAS, you should know Power BI. So tomorrow I'll talk about these two tools and these tools in detail. And today I will give you history about SQL Server and we'll stop. Okay. So this is how Power BI launched in 2015 became so popular. SQL Server is a Microsoft RDBMS software released 1.0 when in year 1989. Okay, simply SQL, or you can say database management system software. అర్థమవుతుందా? It can store the data, retrieve the data. Then 5.0, then 7.0, then SQL Server 2000. That is the version. Okay, SQL Server 2000. Now today it has released one more version called 2005. Now you know when it is released. It is released in 2005. It is not only SQL software or database management software. In this version, Microsoft has released MSBA. They have attached SSIS in this only. SSIS, SSAS, and SSRS. When you install SQL Server 2005, it is not only SQL software but also data analytics software. You can store, you can perform ETL reporting, lot of other things. Right? What is SSIS? SSIS stands for SQL Server Integration Services. Okay. If you don't know, tomorrow we'll understand it is a ETL tool. So SSAS, that is analysis services. Tomorrow we'll understand which is where we are going to be creating a cube and we are going to be processing the data. The next one, last one, SSRS. Here we are going to be creating lot of reporting services. Here we are going to be creating a lot of reports. Clear? So MSBA is not a separate software, which is a software released in year 2005 with the SQL Server. Okay. So SSIS stands for SQL Server Integration Services, Analysis Services, Reporting Services. All of them are small applications. Clear? So lot many versions have been released. 2008 version now. After that 12, now 15, now 17. 2019, current version is 2022, right? Now I'm going to be giving you either 19 of SQL Server or 20 to 22 software you must install so that you will have SQL and SSIS and SSAS. SSRS we don't require. You may be installing, but we don't require. So compulsorily you have to work with SSIS and SSAS. This is not. Okay, na? So which version you're going to be installing? 2019 or 2022. So that is the reason SQL Server I told you, Power BI I told you, SSIS I told you, data warehousing I told you, SSAS I told you, SSRS is not there. Clear? First 2 months, this month and the next month, I'm going to be talking about these two modules will go parallelly. Clear? Without SQL Server, 45 hours, daily 1 hour SQL Server, daily 1 hour Power BI. We are going to be learning. So this is what we are going to be having. So this is what is called complete data analytics means. Clear? Not only one. So we are going to be learning everything. So but the data is not stopped in the terabytes. Now data is more and more. After year 2000, what has happened? Okay. After year 2000, a lot of things have been changed, right? Internet is introduced. Social media is introduced. Okay. Now, hardware become cheaper. Hardware become cheaper. Everybody started using a lot of sensors have been used. Because of that, lot of data is able to generate. Everybody is generating the data. You are generating the data. I am generating the data. Everybody is generating the data. You have a Facebook, you have a Twitter, you have a YouTube, you have a Gmail, you have a lot of business. What is the common point there? Common point is everybody is generating data. Now, where do you store the data? After year 2000, the data is not in terabytes. Data is, big, becomes so big. Now, even data warehouse cannot handle the data. Right? Now, what has happened after year 2000? Let me right, this point is there. So I'm talking about this data till 2000, but after 2000, this data is becoming a very big data. Now we're talking about data is petabyte, zettabyte, or this kind of data. Special name is given to this data. This data is called as a big data, right? Now, this data, whatever the data I'm talking about, terabyte of data, this data is now people are calling clear. Now, small data means this and this and this, even small data. Now we are talking about this big data. Big data name given by Google company in year 2003. Google company identified, hey, we have to get ready. Now we are not getting small amount of data. We amount of data. There is a big things have been introduced into the market. IT is slowly, randomly, and now you cannot have only data warehouse. Data warehouse can store only terabytes of data. You have to invent to store big data. So you need to have You need to invent a tools. What softwares you need to invent? Nothing is there. So who's going to be processing here? So both of them are completely question marks. In Google 2003, Google analyzed that now we cannot, stop the uh, search, research here. We need to have a lot of other things. That is when Google company has given a beautiful points of big data. Then there is a company called Apache Software Foundation. Apache Software Foundation, which is not a company, which is a charitable organization which released a software called Hadoop. So Hadoop is the software or the tool which can store the data, and the processing is also can be done within the single software. You don't have a special software here, right? So Apache software has given you this software in 2000 and 5 or 6. Clear? So we got Hadoop. Apache Hadoop is the first software to store large amount of data, very big data here, any kind of a data. So remember, it may be structured data, it may be semi-structured data, it may be binary, means unstructured data. Any kind of a data is called as a big data today. And the big data means a petabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte, unlimited data is a big data today. You cannot store binary data, photos, videos, audios, files into databases, or not in SQL or not in Excel. Excel and SQL or in the data warehousing, you can store only structured data. Structured means rows and columns of data which is there in the table. Here also structured data. Even your data warehousing is also SQL means structured data. Right? Small data means what, Nana? It is small data means structured data. Structured data means the data which is there in the table. You create an employee. So source the small data means structured data only. Right? So we have files, Excel sheets, structured data. But year 2000, people are uploading lot of photos, pictures, videos, audios, YouTube, right? Lot of unstructured data you are not able to store. So Apache uh, Foundation has released a software called Hadoop. Hadoop was the big data software. You can store large amount of data here. Your Chat GPT data is stored where? In the Apache Hadoop only. Apache Hadoop has a lot of issues, and Apache company has released, okay, one more software called Apache Spark. Okay, in year 2009. Now today everybody is using Apache Spark to store large amount of data today. Now using this, people are analyzing the data. Now what is the moral of the story? If you wanted to analyze the data may be in Excel, data may be in SQL, it is MBs of data, it may be GBs of data, it may be data warehousing, terabyte of data. This kind of a data is called as a small data. And small data means what, Nana? Structured data. Structured means rows and columns. Now, this was a story till 2000. Okay. After 2000, the data is very, very large amount of data, petabyte, zettabyte. Now, yottabyte, unlimited data, it is a big data. So, big data means what? Structured data, semi-structured data, unstructured. Unstructured means what? Binary data. Binary data means your pictures, photos, audios, videos. Semi-structured data means XML files, lot of other files, JSON files. Structured means rows and columns data. Which software we're going to be using? Either Hadoop. Hadoop is also gone. Now today we have Apache Spark. Clear? So large amount of data we have it here. Now on this data, companies are performing AI and BI. AI means what? Data analytics, artificial intelligence, or BI. So AI can run on Excel also. AI can run on SQL also. AI can run on data warehousing or Apache Spark today. Now, Chart GPT is which kind of an application? It is a AI application, right? So where is the data? This guy is getting Chart GPT data is AI application. This data coming from Apache Spark. What is the size? Chart GPT data today, thousands of Himalayas size. Okay, it will be petabyte, zettabyte of data. If you take the data, turn them into DVDs and stack them, మీరు డివిడిలో డేటాని స్టోర్ చేసి కట్ చేస్తే ఇట్ విల్ బి 1000 Himalayas size. That is the data we are talking about. Who's going to be storing the data today? Apache Spark. You don't have anything else. Only these four: Excel or any flat file, maybe SQL, RDBMS, Oracle SQL Server, maybe data warehousing, or maybe Hadoop. Our Hadoop is gone today. Apache Spark. Chart GPT data, Copilot data, maybe structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data. So this is what you should know. So on all this, where we are going to be running AI and BI. AI means what? Artificial intelligence. BI means business intelligence, called as data analytics. Data analytics, ఇంకొక పేరు BI, business intelligence. Clear? So AI, BI applications can run everywhere. It is depends upon the size. You may run AI here, you may run BI here. You may run AI, you may run BI. But who's going to be working with this? This guy is called data engineer. Okay. Data engineer is the guy who's going to be working with SQL, data warehousing, and Apache Spark, and is going to be getting the data, collecting the data, keeping the data ready so that AI can run, Power BI can run, or any applications can run with this data. So AI is completely artificial intelligence. AI is going to be predicting the data. BI, business intelligence, means understanding the past. Yesterday, I have told you. Now, you are going to be discussing, we are going to be discussing tomorrow 2 points. What is SSIS? What is AS? What is RS? And yesterday I spoken about what is data analytics, right? What is data analytics? Data analytics means understanding the past, right? This is 3 months course. So all these things you should know in depth. Data analytics course will have these many things. Okay, only SSRS will not be there. Okay, na? Now, understanding the past is called data analytics. Data science means it is uh, predicting the future. What was my sales last 5 years? Data analytics question. What will be my sales next 5 years is a AI question. Data engineering means this one. Collecting the data, cleaning the data, storing the data in Excel, SQL. We don't use Excel here. SQL, data warehousing, Apache Spark, Python, you need to know, because end of the day, Python everybody is learning, right? Even data science, data engineering, data analytics people do not need Python. But if you know, that is good. If you don't know, no problem. But Python is not very much required here for the data analytics guys. Okay, na? So only we are going to be giving you SQL Server, Power BI, SSIS, and data warehousing and SSAS. And tomorrow I'll talk about what is SSIS, what is data warehousing, what is SSAS, what is Power BI, SQL Server. Tomorrow will be the final demo. It will take minimum 3 to 6 months to complete the course. Not 1 month, not 5 days. 5 days SQL, 20 days of Power BI. Next month you will get a job. So you pay me 3 lakhs, you may pay 4 lakhs. These kind of a people, when you approach, you will lose money. You cannot learn skills. Clear? So you need to have a minimum 3 to 6 months of time. We'll continue further tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the final demo. Same meeting ID, same time. We are going to be connecting and understanding all these things one by one. Fee structure I'm going to be telling you in the tomorrow's class. Am I clear? If you have any questions, you are welcome. Hope you have liked the second demo. So, tomorrow we are going to be having part 3 demo. Did you like the class, guys? So, tomorrow we'll continue further. Any questions? Did you like the class?